Hey everyone, welcome to the Madam.
And I'm Bruce.
What is it?
Clap Monday. We gotta clap, but don't clap too hard.
Okay,
This is a Monday of broken dreams.
As always, Microsoft accidentally teased all of us over the weekend with an apparently functional, playable port of Red Dead Redemption on the Xbox One, before realizing the mistake and then closing off access.
Fuck that shit.
Yeah.
Tekken Tag Tournament 2 and Castlevania Symphony of the Night got the same treatment as well. Those were the ones I was after.
Really? Castlevania is actually good. Tekken is... Oh. All right, but let's start at the beginning. Lawrence, take it away.
Yeah, news broke on gaming forum NeoGAF from forum user Lyle Lanley, with the information then rolling in as other thirsty and nostalgia gamers dogpiled on the news. That was around Saturday, middle of the day, about the afternoon. Users quickly figured out the release wasn't complete, as the Xbox One didn't respond to physical discs. Usually when something is actually published via backwards compatibility, you can put a physical disc in the Xbox One, it'll say, cool, you own it, and then actually download the digital port.
Right.
In fact, it actually wasn't very easy to get the game at all.
Right, yeah, that's true. As reported in the thread, you had to own the game digitally, follow a particular Xbox profile, view the games that profile follows, then download the game through that screen.
It's only 6 simple steps. What's the problem? This is actually the same process that allowed users to download Tekken Tag Tournament and Castlevania Symphony of the Night as well.
Yeah, hold up if you're diving across the room to boot up your Xbox, though. The games have since been removed from availability with slim explanations from Microsoft.
Yes, everyone's favorite Major Grandpa, Major Nelson, jumped on Reddit Sunday afternoon to, quote, explain the situation. He wrote, quote, due to an error, some of the games currently in tests were accidentally made available. We have since removed access to those games and apologize for any confusion this may have caused.
And just in case you were concerned, Uncle Grandpa promises that you will not be banned for your curiosity in downloading these games.
Yeah, so it sounds like a big whoopsie, but at least now we know for certain that the games involved, Red Dead Redemption, Tekken Tag Tournament, and Castlevania Symphony of the Night, are in testing.
Yeah, that's true, and if the resulting footage of the leak is to be believed, the game is in shockingly good shape, right, Lawrence?
Yeah, it's weird, because it's an open-world game, supposedly very taxing on the Xbox 360, and for it to be running this well is actually really impressive. YouTube channel Excite Hype shows the first 10 or so minutes of the game, which not only looks good, it runs at a stable frame rate, which is actually looked a little better than I remember it looking on the 360, which is really bizarre. That said, some other users found some problems. Twitter user Justinator5000 found a counterexample Stumbly Man, which, to be honest, doesn't really look out of place for the game. I remember seeing some guy like kind of fall over and get back up and fall over again a lot when I played it, so. But if you still want to relieve the magic of the weekend, a few full live streams exist on YouTube Gaming with hours of footage. Some guy played it for like 9 hours straight, and all that's up, so you can just go watch it if you really want to look at an old game running on a new thing in a new way.
Yeah. Well, so the question is, if the game is working, why not release it already? While Reddit discussed as much in the thread discussing the game's leak, emerging theories include, quote, there's no way to tell that it was running flawlessly based on the amount of time it was up.
Okay.
It's not up to them.
Right, so we don't really have any weighty insight to add here, aside from the reminder that these releases are usually more complicated than, quote, it works, so just put the game out. If we were Rockstar, we'd see promotional value in the release of backwards compatibility.
So we're not saying this is the case, but let us throw a little idea out there for you. We reported on the possibility of Red Dead Redemption 2 being in development last November.
Yeah, while we still don't have any more information legitimizing that idea, it's still very possible that a full sequel is in development.
We have no idea when Rockstar would announce a project, but wouldn't it be neat to announce backwards compatibility for the previous game at the same time?
That would be really, really neat, right, Lawrence?
Yeah, that way you get people playing Red Dead again, get them all excited for the next game, and you can use that to fill in the PR gap between announcement and release.
Yeah.
It's kind of what Bethesda did with Fallout 4 and Fallout Shelter, and it's a really cool idea. Instead of just like drip feeding screenshots and trailers, which Rockstar is actually really good at making trailers. Instead, you can just say, hey, we're making Red Dead 2, and if you want to get crazy about Red Dead, go play Red Dead Redemption. It's out on Xbox One right now. And that would be a pretty cool move, I think.
Yeah.
And if that's the plan, it would actually make total sense that Microsoft is just sitting on a functional release of Red Dead. Yeah, Rockstar may have a PR plan with backwards compatibility release all lined up, which would give Microsoft extra testing time. There might even be talks of possibly being exclusive to one console.
What? Those are fighting words you just spoke.
It's not going to happen, but it'd be interesting if they're at least trying.
It doesn't quite explain the appearance of Tekken Tag and Castlevania, but we never said we had all the answers. We can, however, tell you where babies come from. Just meet us after the video's over. Just meet me personally.
We're going to show you.
I'll be in the back.
Yeah, it can work with 2 men. Now, if you manage to download the game, you're actually safe as long as you keep your Xbox in offline mode. Taking the old girl online, we'll download an update that will remove the game.
Oh, fuck you.
It's weird to call that an update, but hey, this is the world we live in now.
If you didn't manage to download the game during its day or so of availability, sounds like you're sunk until Microsoft and or Rockstar decide to release the game for real.
So in the end, the gaming community is a little confused about how to take this roller coaster of emotions. Some are upset that they had toys taken away from them, only to be reminded by others that the toys were an accident in the first place.
Such is the internet. I don't know, if a kid finds his Christmas presents early, do they get to keep them?
No, I beat them. I got beat, sorry.
Hard to say, but at least we know 3 great games will eventually make their way to backwards compatibility on the Xbox.
Yeah, but as always, we leave you with the question, what do you think, Lawrence?
Well, so this is the part in the video where we list all the games we want to be on backwards
Oh,
compatibility.
yeah.
Sure.
And inevitably, it's just a fucking contest to see who can name the most obscure but cult classic to prove that they're the most gamer out of all of us.
Pokemon. Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts.
What is it? Crimson Dragoon.
Taken Tag Tournament.
Nights into Dreams.
Is Fight Night a game?
Ready to Rumble Boxing.
Aladdin on the 3DS.
Super Star Wars.
I'm just listing games that are already out.
They want us to finish.
Nice, Jasper.
All right, I guess we're done.